Hello everyone and welcome back to Renowned Explorers International Society Emperor's Challenge. I have successfully survived the time period between when my wife gets home and when she goes to bed, and now we can go back to playing Renowned Explorers, which I'm very excited about. Not that I just like time with my wife, but I was really excited to continue this run, and so I'm very happy to be back. And let's start by spending some research. Okay, so we were working on our history tree. And what do we want here? An extra token from Study, Campaign, and Collect when you spend Insight sounds pretty good, especially since we have quite a bit of Insight to spend. We have to spend at least 5 out of the 12 in order to not waste any. But on the other hand, this is the only one in this tree that doesn't help us get to the extra supplies, which is probably the most crucial thing in any research tree. Having those supplies early really helps you explore the whole map, gives you more resources, and lets you get further without taking those giant debuffs. And we're probably only going to be able to afford 2 research papers this time, until we spend Insight at least. We might be able to buy 1 additional. And if that's true, then all those 3 should go to here, so we can get to those supplies. That's especially going to be true if we buy Antiquity Insight, which will give us the extra 1 Insight. So, you know what, let's start with that. And some more status from Study. Excellent. And let's get 1 campaign whenever you enter an encounter, and 3 extra whenever you enter an epic encounter. And some more gold from Study. Nice. Now, we need to get to 400 if we want to get those supplies, and I really, really do. So let's go check out Timbuktu, which we just got a buff for in terms of spending our Insight. Gives us 70 to 130 research per Insight spent, and 90 to 135 gold. Yeah, we might have been better off getting that buff to our Insight spending. It might have allowed us to get both papers, but I wasn't willing to risk it. Getting those supplies was too important to me. So here we go. But yes, it probably would have been slightly better, probably would have ended up being better to go ahead and buy that paper that gave us a little bit better resources for spending Insight. We probably would have made enough. I just wasn't willing to risk it. Oh well, played it a little safe. That's okay. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know if it would have been enough or not. It's hard to say. Alright, Famous, 2,500 Renown. Very nice. 2 more points for that. And let's go grab our supplies. More status from Study. Alright. Okay, so it's just this one, 450. Yeah, just spending 2 more Insight would not have gotten us to the 450, so we would have had to spend quite a bit, and I'm not sure that was the best choice. We did get our Discovery Spotter finished and our Research Collector. We should get a lot of Discovery Spotter because we got a Discovery with every single point we spent there for our Timbuktu, which is why we got all the way to 1 out of 6 for our 8-point version, which should we should be able to get without too much of a struggle, especially since we will spend 2 more Insight for sure and get 2 more Discovery before we leave the overmap. Let's take a look at our campaign, I suppose. We have quite a bit of it. Alright, we talked about getting Tactician. Oh yeah, that's right. Tactician Military History isn't going to help us because Victor already has it. But Survivalist Hunting might be very nice for Harry here, and Engineer Piloting would not be bad either. I think at the moment I'm more interested in the Survivalist just because that helps us for the nature challenges, which we are definitely going to go to as many times as we can. So let's grab the Survivalist Hunting for Harry here. Very good. Go to our next one. 3 to 5 status from Study. That's pretty good. We should have gotten that earlier probably, if we could have afforded it. I don't know if we could have, but that will be very handy for the rest of our run. Naturalist Electromagnetics, Anna already has. She loves her electromagnetics, as we've seen. Athlete Wrestling would be nice, especially because I believe Harry already has Rogue Merciless. No, he doesn't. Okay, so Rogue Merciless or Athlete Wrestling, both would be very good. But because we're going to go to so many nature challenges, I think Athlete Wrestling. Plus, he's only a level 2 athlete, and we already have a level 5 rogue. So again, I'm going to go with my theory that keeping people around level 5 is ideal. And we'll see how that works for me. Again, please let me know if that's not true, if there are things you can get for having someone with perks over level 5, if you know. But as far as I've ever run into, level 5 is sort of the max that you get bonuses for special options. And so for this run, I'm going to try that. I'm going to try making that my limit and see how that goes for me. All right, what else we got? Tactician defense or offense? We did talk about getting that. Offense would be very nice, or another survivalist perk. Again, if we're following our what I just talked about, then we should leave tactician at level 4 and go for a level 4 survivalist. However, and I'm going to break that rule right now, and the reason is because I know that the tactician level of buffs you get at the beginning of a combat increases at level 1, level 3, and level 5. So getting level 5 tactician right now will make all of our combat from now on much, much easier. But I think that's an important level to get just because of that. Okay. And we can't afford this one. But next time we get to the overmap, if we have the campaign for it, we should grab doubles the original study and discovery tokens gained from insight before we spend any of our insight. So we'll keep that in mind. Other than that, this tree is done. Let's look at our other shops here. That's where we just were. Let's look at our other shops here. Alright, this is the one for getting extra resources if you solve an encounter a certain way. I'm going to pass on this whole tree for now. I'd much rather put my points into other things. Alright, tactician military history, this is the one we just talked about. We got that one, we got that one, and we got that one. So that just leaves us with deciding if we want an archaeologist, a diplomat, or just to gain a, a random super token out of Admiral Rasha-Ray's. Rasha-Ray's? Rasha-Ray's. And for now, we don't have the campaign anyway, so I think we'll pass on that. Let's take a look at our shop. Same shops we had before, nothing too exciting here, but we do have enough money now to afford a legendary gloves. Right here. 30 attack power, and we're going to give that to Harry. That cone of his is going to be pretty insane at this point. He has a base of 74 attack power, give him the 25% boost from Victor, from being around Victor, and that's already going to go up about 16 or 17? Yeah, about that. So that will already put him at 90 attack power, and then if he happens to, well, if he happens to get any other bonuses from anywhere at any point, he could go over 100 again, which we've had him or Hattis, I forget which one, over 100 before, and it was pretty incredible in Shangri-La. He pretty much one-shot the entire backline of Ravala's crew, both Cassandra and Amir by himself, which was pretty impressive and made that fight very easy, so I wouldn't mind repeating that. Alright, other than that, I wouldn't mind getting, like I've talked about, getting enough money for this power booster. Adjacent allies gain 15% attack. That would definitely throw Harry over 100 attack if he's standing next to Victor, which would be pretty easy to do. And we probably can't afford that once we spend our other 2 insight, which we might as well do, because we can't keep it. So, yep, right here. Okay, and one more. There we go. That gave us more than enough to purchase this. Again, this Tactician's Notes does not give him any perks because he already has Tactician formations. I'm giving it to him specifically for that power booster buff, and that is all. And you know what? That's okay. Alright, I could also throw on some basic defensive items, but again, I'd like to save a little bit of gold in case we run into some sort of trinket or something we'd like to buy. Alright, what else? We're not going to get this defense collector. We're not going to buy a defense item that's cost 600 gold. It's just not going to happen. So, I think we will... We have a little bit of campaign left. We could buy like a merchant or something, or another student. If we were going to do that, we should have bought it at the beginning of the overmap stuff, but... Oh well. We have it. Should we get it? 280 campaign to get more research. I think I'm okay. I think I'm gonna pass on that. 120 to get some more status. We need 60, at least 60 campaign tokens to make that worth it. And between this expedition and the last expedition, I'm not sure we're gonna get 60. It will be close. So I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think I'm just gonna pass on all of this, in fact. The only one that might be worth it is the Merchant. 1 to 2 gold from collect. That assumes we're going to get 20 to 40 collect tokens in the next 2 runs, and that's fairly likely. 20 especially is fairly likely. But I think I'm going to pass on that. Most of our resources are coming directly from our study tokens anyway. Look at these study tokens right now. 5 to 10 gold, 19 to 17 status, and 9 to 18 research. Pretty good. Alright, let's choose our next expedition. And we already decided, we talked about this at the beginning of the run, that we were going to go for the Anagogic Archipelago. And we specifically tailored this team to take on the Anagogic Archipelago. Tactician? Got it, level 5. Survivalist? Level 3. Not great, and unfortunately we would have liked the level 5 one to get us through that end encounter. But we don't have it, so there we go. A rogue, yes, level 5. And an archaeologist, that's the one we don't have, and that was okay, we did it on purpose. Aggressive and friendly approach to the mech recommended, and lots of gold and status. So our research is not going to be boosted very much here, but that's okay. That's the way it goes. If we wanted to do that, we'd go to the emerged island. Lots of golden research, lots of nature challenges. But, and theoretically, if I was just playing this run in a vacuum, this would be the correct choice. But because I know I'm missing a bunch of treasures from the Anagogic Archipelago, and there is stuff here I have not seen, and there's stuff I've seen and never beat, this is the way I want to go. So let's do it. Alright. Bobo the Misadventurous. Missing again. And there's his destination. And here is the local fisherman. Now we want to know where the stupas are. We are going to try to do these stupas again. Last time we tried to do one of each symbol type, and unfortunately, very disappointingly, that didn't actually do anything for us. I was really surprised. So I have not kept very good track, unfortunately, of which symbols we have tried and which ones we have not. But I do know that last time we did one of each, and then we did 2 of the blue following that. So we will try to do something else. There's the stupa. We did 2 blue turtles last time. You know what? This time let's do some red tigers, how about? Heavy roar comes from the stupa. The crew looks a bit confused what just happened, and it feels like we had an encounter, and each crew member gains 1 experience point. That didn't level any of us up. Yeah, you never know, I can hope. A weird structure is below the water's surface. Let's take a look. Another stupa, and we're going to go with another red tiger. The cry of a cave. Oh, right there. Interesting. Will it teleport us? Yes, let's go. We're gonna go all the way across the map. We could just end the expedition right here. That would be silly. By the magic of the ancient stupas, you've been guided toward a very special place, the Tiger Cave. This place is so hard to find, you're pretty sure even the locals haven't visited for a long time. Very briefly startles Victor by making the sound of a yeti behind his back, but enough tomfoolery, the cave must hold some secret. The tunnel system is expansive, and it bears some signs that someone once called it home. Carefully exploring this cave for treasure is going to take pretty long. Victor is a level 4 tactician, and notices traces of prehistoric strife. Interesting. Unfortunately, I'm an archaeologist, so that's going to make that very hard, so let's just go with Victor. With brilliant ideas of how cavemen would have fought, inspired by Anna's dance moves, Victor manages to pick out the most interesting parts of the cave where fights would have ensued. It's not a treasure yet, but it'll make the search a lot easier. I've never been to this event, so this is possibly one of the treasures I've never seen, which is cool. Again, though, we don't have an archaeologist. Am I willing to spend the supplies? Yes. Yes, I am. Failure, but hopefully we'll get to continue. I don't know how this is going to work. Oh, no, orders everyone to abandon the search. That's it. Okay, so this is one of those where you do need a good archaeologist. We'll have to keep that in mind. If you do the red tiger symbols, make sure you have an archaeologist with you. Assuming you get the same thing every time you do the symbols. I don't know that that's true. Maybe sometimes when you do 2 red tigers, you get the cave, and sometimes you get something else. It's very possible. Looks like there are 2 more stupas nearby. Definitely would like to explore both of those. Let's start by grabbing some supplies, though. Okay, 2 supplies. That'll help out a little bit. And more learning time. Victor will again make a discovery with Anna. And that'll help us out in our Discovery Spotter once again. Okay, another stupa. Should we do another tiger and see what happens? I'm curious. The crew is infused with the tenacity of the tiger. All crew members gain Athlete Tenacious and 2 Treasure Hunt. Alright, interesting. Tactician, Beguiler, Quick Thinker. Alright, well we have a Tactician, that's it. This is obviously the turf of the Temple of Trance. They must have a mug factory here. Yeah, let's face them. That seems fine. Gotta succeed in a tactical maneuver, which Victor should have no problem with. By going into tactical no-comment formations and looking away while ignoring all questions, creates a temporary shield for all the unwanted attention. The crew has to pull each other through, and you're about to give up when you reach the other side and run like the wind. Victor thinks this tactic has a real future for the rich and famous. Yeah, okay, that's probably true. A nature challenge, let's take a look. Dangerous Shallows. Harry can try to navigate it. He does have a survivalist navigation, which is helping out here quite a bit. Ooh, but we got unlucky. That's unfortunate. Harry's ashamed. -10 speech defense. That might come back to bite us. Let's take a look at our campfire story. I really would like to see Victor's campfire story pop up here. No, wow, we're getting kind of unlucky there. Well, we could take the Resolve. We could take 8 Study. You know what? 8 Study is probably the way to go. We'll have one more chance for Victor's story. It'll be very late at that point, but, you know, that's the way it goes. Hey, another epic encounter. Oh, I remember this one. Okay. Priests of the temple surround an ancient ruin. They can't agree on the cryptic clues left behind. You want to take a closer look, but you're discovered. Alright, we'll fight them off so we can get a look at it. A priest let you look around if you're aggressive. Good, that's what we wanted. Okay, decent grouping here. Let's do our standard tactic. And by that I mean we're going to bring Victor back to take out one of these. There we go. And then theoretically we would want to bring Anna back to take out another one if she can. She can. Victor's aura might be helping her there, giving her 15% extra attack. Not 15 attack, that'd be even better. And we'll focus with Harry. Ooh, they actually got in range. They can walk a little further than I expected. They spread out quite nicely for them, which I'm not real thrilled about. So Harry right now, if you look, has 152 attack power because he's standing next to Victor and he has the confident buff. Pretty nice. I wonder if we can hit all 3 or not. It's going to be very difficult to get into an area where we can. Yeah, we can. There we go. Want to make sure I'm next to Victor still, like I said, to get that boost. 177 damage on the Priest of Trance. That's pretty insane. And we'll just let Victor finish off this one. Oh, apparently, never mind. Victor cannot finish off that one, but I'm sure Harry can. Yep. There we go. That was pretty straightforward. Okay, this Merle here is pretty interesting. Please let us go. Alright, whatever. We'll look at it. Okay, this requires an archaeologist. We do not have one. We'll risk it. I mean, if we have a failure, we have a failure. We're not going to hurt too much for it. And we did fail. I was honestly hoping we could get away with doing this area without the archaeologist, but so far that hasn't worked for us, has it? Some birds that have gone crazy. Some of them are downright berserk. If you don't do anything about it, it will end up with bird trauma. Just tase them, man. That's how you solve all your other problems. I don't know what your big problem is with birds. They tase just as well as anything else, don't they? Alright, efficient. Hitting 3 at a time. We should be able to do that. Of course, can't quite take them out right now, but We do our standard tactic once again. Oh, we can't, because these guys are tough. Alright, good to know. They're vulnerable to friendly, which is interesting. You know what, we probably should go into a friendly mood, because that's good against devious. We talked about this, that if we ran into this problem, going friendly might be the correct choice. Exactly for that reason. I'm tempted to just stun these two, actually, and let Harry buff up. And we are going to do that. Now, as soon as Harry attacks next turn, we will go into aggressive mood anyway. That's okay. Hopefully that AoE that causes that aggressive mood will be worth it by knocking out a large portion of these birds. They split up. Why'd they split up? I don't like it. Supposed to be friends, stand together. Friends don't stand apart or something like that. Yeah, so we can only hit 2 of them. I mean, we're still going to be able to take both of them out, but I definitely would have preferred to be able to hit all 3. Oh. And this is why the cone ability is so freaking good. Yup. Okay, so that's going to put us in a aggressive stance. Really, that was aggressive? Are you sure? I don't know. I think that was pretty friendly, personally. We'll let Anna take out one of the birds, and hopefully Victor, with his Inspiring Strike. Oh, he can almost do it with a regular strike, but Inspiring Strike to make sure. We'll take out this last one here. There's still 2 over on the right-hand side, but I'm not too worried about him. There we go. Bring Harry up, see if he can take out one of these on his own. Yep. And let's see here. I guess we'll just wait here. Okay. And take care of this last bird and we'll be done. Very good. You've dominated your opponents, we get our rewards, and they fly right in fear and respect for you. Okay. Moments later, the birds humbly return with gifts. It seems they've really learned from your encounter. Between the gifts is nothing less than an ancient kriss, a beautifully adorned dagger. There we go. Sure, some campaign and collect. Well, that will be fine. We do have an epic encounter here. I've played that epic encounter before, and I did get a treasure from it. I am not aware if you get the same treasure every time or not, so it would be worth checking out. But let's go look at this trader. I've got some wares for sale. I found some of Garuda's victims. That's actually the bird we're about to fight. Want to take a look? Sure, we'll buy some supplies. I think that will be handy, actually, here. Let's go take out this encounter here. This island, that mountain, the sun setting, everything here hints that something epic is going on. Are you sure you want to face this enormous danger and risk losing resolve? Yes. Out of nowhere, an enormous bird comes swooping down. It looks majestic, mean, and menacing. Somehow the crew can already feel their hearts losing hope. Prepare for the worst. And Victor, because he's a level 5 tactician, has prepared many possible tactics for the situation. All crew members gain supreme tactics. Nice. And the first time I ran into this counter, I mentioned that description sounds much more menacing than most things in this game. That the crew's hearts lose hope at this epic encounter. You know, things like that. Kind of interesting. All right, so last time I completed this, I was also aggressive, and so I got this result. I wouldn't mind trying to get this result and see if something else happens, and see if we get a different treasure. Obviously, do not want to go devious because we will get nothing. It says. But it would be worth it trying to solve it friendly if we had that option. I don't know if we will. We can try. We're going to do the same thing we always do. We're going to try to take out this back group. And give Harry a chance to buff up if we can. For one thing, he wasn't standing next to Victor, so he doesn't even confident right now. We'll see if we can fix that. Garuda is definitely the most menacing character in this fight, obviously. But if we can catch him in an AoE along with all of these birds back here that will move up, that would be really nice. And if all we can catch is the birds, that's fine too. These birds, I mean. He's obviously a bird too. Oh, nice, a miss. All right. And I don't think we'll be able to catch all of them, but we could probably get these 3, which honestly is just fine. That's gonna make this encounter very easy, because there's no birds left. Yep. And I guess we should probably lower his armor first. But I'd rather just hit him, I think. And then we will try to, you know what? Actually, we should probably try to switch to friendly. That's probably the right thing to do. Let's go ahead and get started on that. It's gonna take us a couple of turns, because we weren't aggressive. But that'll also give us a buff, too. Right now we're taking minus 25 speech defense. So it would be nice anyway to switch over to a friendly attitude. Doesn't do nearly as much damage, as you can see, but we'll start with the Impress move because it lowers his speech defense. We're not going to get in friendly even this turn. It just takes too many pips to do. I wouldn't mind using Inspiring Attack to heal, but that's going to undo some of the work we've already done. Adds a debuff to give the affected minus 20% attack. That's not going to affect him. He's using speech attacks. And we don't want to make him excited, so we'll probably just use Confident, I guess? And if he goes after Victor, then he goes after Victor. And he very well might. No, okay, he made himself confident and summoned a birdie. Alright, that's fine too. Continue with what we were doing. It looks like he gained some speech defense there. Let's see if that's true. Yeah, looks like it. Yeah, he got a plus 50 buff. So he definitely gained some speech defense. And he's not affected by Terrify. Strike of Fear is not going to stun him, of course. He is a boss, so that's not going to work. And Anna is the one character in a party that is not very good at being friendly. That's alright. Birds flock to Garuda. Alright. How many birds flock to Garuda? That's an excellent question. And just one additional over there, looks like. That's no big deal. Ooh, speech power decreased by 25. That's not fun. Let's see if we can get Victor in here. I can't use even a single aggressive attack without losing our current friendly. Oh, and that's not gonna do anything. Crap. I just forgot he was immune to that. Alright, well, you know what? Let's heal Harry and make him confident. Better than being saddened. And we'll keep working. Maybe next turn if no one goes down. We'll see. Okay. That wasn't very effective. I'm not sure what that attack did, but it didn't seem to accomplish much. And Victor did survive, which is excellent. Might be able to take Garuda out this turn, and hopefully, at the moment at least, we will get the friendly result, which might be something different than last time. I'm hoping. Last time we got a statue of Ganesha. Let's see what we get this time. Garuda takes you somewhere. Garuda respects you. People, very important people, have been saying that Garuda is the greatest of all birds. It's true. The big bird is allowing you to climb on his back. It looks like it wants to show you something. Sure, lifting a human is a hefty job, and there is only one seat on this bird plane. You expect he'll bring you something somewhere unforgiving, so an athlete or survivalist may be the best choice. We have a level 3 survivalist and a level 3 athlete. So, I'm tempted to take Harry. And I think I will. Let's see. Okay, we still get the same statue. A huge statue of the Hindu god Ganesha. Amazing. So that is the same reward that we got for solving that mission aggressively. Okay. An extra treasure hunt per level of rogue, or an extra treasure hunt per level of tactician, either way at the moment is exactly the same. So let's take the rogue. Now he has to get down from the peak, 83% chance for being a good survivalist, and that 1 athlete level is actually helping him. There we go. It was a terrifying descent, but Harry made it to the foot of the mountain. A good thing, because falling here would have seriously crippled Harry. Yeah, that's probably true. Alright, well, we got our same treasure again, but that's okay. At least we got our treasure. And, oh, we got some points for Discovery Spotter. Nice. Of course, we got a discovery with that treasure as well. And Harry has leveled up. An extra attack on Harry's normal attack, which is incredible. Or extra speech on Harry's enrage. Again, Harry is such a good combat person. So good. He's a great devious character, great offensive character, but I like him in an aggressive crew. And double shot is the way to go. Alright, there is one more stupa here. We should go through it on the way to the end at least, just to see what's up. You meet some aghast hunters. Please listen. Don't go hunting for birds here. The guardian of this area is ruthless, but we're not scared because we've already dealt with him. A neat challenge. Yeah, we'll go here first. Alright, should we do another red tiger? Ah, we can't. It's already done. Alright, let's go with the green Komodo dragon. Or status, okay. We're probably not gonna be able to find another one. I don't know how many stupas there are in one mission of this place, but so far we've run into 4 already. Harry can steal some goods here. Let's do it. Golden supplies, nice. So, have we... Okay, so there's a little bit of area down here we have not explored. There could be another stupa, and there's one area up here. We have 4 supplies. Let's at least go down here and look around. Oh, the hidden hoard. Very nice. You know what? Let's take a discovery. And there is some supplies here. And it is a nature challenge, which we are good at. So I'm going to go ahead and risk it and go get some supplies. Alright, 76% chance to gather something different from fish. Unfortunately, he didn't have hunting, so I didn't get that bonus, but it was enough when we got it. A wild boar, and the crew has a true feast. Nice, 2 supplies. Okay, I don't see another stupa, not here at least. And we still only have 4 supplies, so I shouldn't explore too much. Let's just go back. Yeah, okay. My guess is that there's about 4 stupas in each map. That's what I've found before. I've had another expedition where I got 4. That's probably about what there always is. We do have enough supplies that we can go over here and do this nature challenge real quick. Oh, okay. Well, there was no challenge. We just got a bunch of rewards. That's fine. And we'll go to the end. The Mountain of the Ancestors. Now, this is going to be the tough part for us. We do not have an archaeologist, but we do have a tactician, so that will help. A weird little room. The room is flanked by waterfalls, and a sentient door guards the passage ahead. Incredible. Hey, play Konglak with me, and you win, and you may pass. This must be the board. Sure. And we have a very, very good tactician in Victor. Victor is the Konglak champion. You'd think the door would be impressed, but instead, lame. You got lucky. Hacks. Something about your mom. Salty door. He still opens. Let's go. Okay. A beautiful valley surrounded by mountains. Let's go. A holy sight. An amazing sight for sure. Some beautiful statues with ruby eyes. And the statues then shoot lasers at us. Anna looks at this house on the floor. They're marked with a mysterious symbol. There must be a hidden path here. Oh yeah, that's right. We can bypass this with a rogue, and we have a very good rogue. A little trickery and mischievous action will get you past these statues with ease. Yeah, 100% chance. 15% from rogue mischief and 75 from rogue levels. Harry thinks a little and then throws a few heavy rocks onto the floor, close to the laser firing statues. The statues blast the rocks with such force that it flies around on the floor. This keeps the statues occupied, and we can sneak past. There, behind the holy field, you find a group of priests of the Temple of Trance. They surround an altar with on it nobody less than Bobo the Misadventurous. And they're going to refuse, of course, to let Bobo go. They want to sacrifice him to their god, and even if we're not that fond of Bobo, we still, you know, just generally have morals against sacrificing people to gods. I think most people would agree with that. Alright, let's go. And I think we're going to do the exact same tactic here that we normally do. We're going to bring Victor back in this direction and stab one of the disciples, or apostles, or whatever they're called. What are these guys called? I forget. Priests. Okay, they're priests. Fine, be that way. There we go. Electroshock another one. And we will bring Harry to the very back and allow him to focus up. We're going to take a couple attacks here, but it's okay. Our defenses are actually pretty decent. Okay, very good. The boss did not move close enough for us to really get a good AoE on him, so I'll be tempted to save Harry's AoE for later. And instead we'll just use Anna and Victor again to chop these guys up and electrocute them respectively. They're basically going to hold off all comers while Harry prepares himself for a giant attack. Unfortunately, that runs out, but we could step up here and just use it on the boss if we wanted. I hate to waste that buff. Yeah, look how much damage it does. Like, it's just a shame to waste that much damage in one shot. Especially because he gets the 50% attack on top of it now. Okay, used her AoE on just Harry. That's an interesting choice. Of course, the Impressed buff may make it so Dharma can just take Harry out. And he does. Alright, that's unfortunate. Admittedly, that was pretty good. Alright, I concede. I mean, I don't concede, but I concede that you had a good attack. That's what I concede. We will immediately res Harry back up here. And he can get a very, very nice cone off. There we go. Harry did all of the damage to the boss by himself in 2 turns. And that's why Harry's ridiculous. Now, he's squishy, as you saw, but still. They give away free mugs and received free cups of whoop. We're not going to finish that word. Time to free the misadventurous clown. You quickly free Bobo, who's deeply grateful. Okay, good for you. We got an entourage member and another treasure. I'm not going to even try to pronounce what that was. 40 renown from treasure hunts. Well, we have 11 of them, so that would be like 400 something renown, which is pretty good. Extra gold and status from treasure hunts. That wouldn't be bad, especially since we have so many of them. That would be like 250 gold and 250 status, essentially. Seems pretty good. Seems pretty good. Of course, 400 renown is pretty good too, but we're not doing the regular game. We're doing Emperor's Challenge, so renown is not our focus. Let's take that. All right, Bobo wants to give us a skill. I mean, Harry's technically the Beguiler. We'll give it to him. Actually, you know what? Never mind. Harry does not have a level in Beguiler because we haven't leveled him, but Victor got a free level in Beguiler, didn't he? No, we got a free level in Rogue. Never mind. We'll give it to Harry. Sure. Sense of humor. That seems like Harry's style. There we go. Alright, well, that was unfortunately not what I wanted. I was hoping to get some more treasure there, but it was a very, very good expedition for us. So lots of rewards. Got several treasures, and only lost 1 renown, I believe. Not too shabby. Yep, there's our extra supply, our extra insight, our 12 collect for 2 for each level of Rogue, and our 5 study, 1 for each level of Naturalist. It would be nice to get enough research to open up the secret shop in the engineering tree, but I really doubt that's going to happen. That would take a lot of study, and this particular expedition was not focused on study. Still did decently, but not nearly enough. Lots of yellow golden status, though. Look at that. We'll be able to afford Master Gloves for every member of our party, if nothing else. Alright, Rivalo doesn't have to show his points anymore. And he's gained a couple more points for caring for llamas. We, on the other hand, are going to agree not to take anything but 5-star expeditions and get a couple more points ourselves. And we have to send a report to a city. Let's take, you know what? I think we're going to need the Entourage Hall. Let's take the Entourage Hall in Rio de Janeiro. Well, you know what? there's actually a really good argument for instead going for equipment shops. Yeah, let's go for the equipment shop in Sydney. I like the equipment shop in Sydney. It has some really good items in it with some really good buffs. Alright, and there we go. Thank you. A little bit of a longer episode, but thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed, and leave a like on the video if you did. Subscribe if you want to see more in the future, and check out my Twitter if you want news and updates on the channel. I'll see you next time.